Nashville, well, we're another week into March, and we're closing in on the start of the off-season program, April 15th, and the NFL Draft, April 25 to 27. I'm headed to Phoenix on Sunday for the NFL owners' meetings, and we'll have content from there in the coming days here at Titans Online. But first, I banged out another Titans mailbag. Let's roll it out there. Connor Scully from Erie, Pennsylvania. Question: Hi, Jim. After the initial wave of free agency has settled somewhat, I think that the Titans management has recognized the weaknesses of the team, edge, and done really well in helping those positions out. There is still some free agency left, of course, but I think for the draft that getting a solid DL would really help the team take the next step up. Christian Wilkins has become my favorite player to get, but there is a good chance that others will be available as well. I was just wondering, after these signings, who do you think will help the team the most, and what is the biggest area to target in the draft? Thanks as always, Jim. Jim: Hey Connor. I'm a big fan of Wilkins myself. Great player, and a really impressive young man. Did you know he graduated in 2.5 years and he already has his master's? When I look at the team, I still see needs on the D-line, edge rusher, interior line, and even receiver for depth and competition. And adding a tight end wouldn't surprise me either. Chip Barnes from Tullahoma, Tennessee. Question: Jim, what's your thoughts on the signing of Ryan Tannehill? To me, doesn't seem a bad deal. However, he only seems to be a single step ahead of Gabbert. Seems he got a solid backup. If anything, let's just hope he doesn't have to start. Jim: Hey Chip. I think he was a great addition. Tannehill is the best backup QB Marcus Mariota has ever had behind him. If Marcus goes down with an injury, Tannehill will give the team a great chance to win. I give Blaine credit for the job he did last season. He guided the team to 2 wins, Houston and Washington, and deserves more props than ridicule. But not sure I agree on Tannehill just being a single step ahead of Gabbert. I'll roll off these categories with the 2 QB, listing Tannehill's numbers first, and Gabbert's second. Games, 88 to 56, wins, 42 to 16, comp percent, 62.8 to 56.2, yards, 20,434 to 9,063, TDs, 123 to 48, rating, 87.0 to 71.7, rush yards, 1,210 - 631, 2018 rating, 92.7 to 74.9. David Crank from Fort Mojave, Arizona. Question: Hey Jim, first time writer. I have a question. Any chance that we can get Dion Lewis and Derrick Henry in the backfield at the same time? I would also like to see Henry get more involved in the pass game. Ready for the Titans to take the AFC South? Jim: Hey David. Well, it happened some last year, so I kind of expect to see it more moving forward. But with a new OC in Arthur Smith, we're kind of heading into a period of unknowns. Stay tuned. James Gordon from Spring Hill, Tennessee. Question: Hi Jim. Wow, I must admit that the Titans have nailed it this year. Even if there was no draft, I feel really good about the makeup of the team. I've been replaying games from this past season and mostly focusing on Marcus and the offensive line. I see a line that struggled to keep the pocket clean and a QB that didn't trust his protection and had to escape like Houdini. Getting the best guard available will go a long way to helping Marcus take it to the next level. Marcus is amazing, and now giving him a receiver that will get open quickly will allow Marcus to get rid of the ball quicker when he feels the pressure. I'm really excited to see the offense this year. Jim: Hey James. Rebuilding the O-line was definitely a priority at the start of free agency, and it's been proven by the addition of guard Roger Saffold and the release of Josh Klein. Also, Quinton Spain hasn't been resigned. It's still a work in progress, and in time the expectation is the QB will be able to settle in and not feel uncomfortable in the pocket. Demario Patterson from Nashville, Tennessee. Question: Hello Jim. How's it been? I love the resigning of Kenny Vaccaro and signing Adam Humphries. My question, is there a possibility that John Robinson and Mike Vrabel will go defense heavy on draft picks due to the quarterbacks we will have to face this season in division play? The best available free agent edge rusher or DT to collapse the middle of the pocket would be nice if there are any worth signing. I know we need an interior offensive lineman, which I believe we need to get, but with the Jaguars signing Nick Foles and we already have to battle Deshaun Watson. A team we put together to solidify supremacy in the AFC South Division will be great to win playoff games and Super Bowl. Thanks for the time, Jim. Hey DeMario. I'm doing great, thanks. Busy, but busy is good. A defense-heavy draft. Well, some need still on that side of the ball for sure, at DT and edge. Currently with 6 picks in the NFL draft, I'll say 3-3 defense right now, just to play it safe. Ryan Gilpatrick from Indianapolis, Indiana. Question, hey Jim, with quality free agents like Justin Houston, Ndamukong Suh, and Ziggy Ansah still available, do you think the Titans will remain active in free agency? Or will they be satisfied with the additions they have already made and turn their eyes toward the draft? Personally, I would like to see at least one more splash signing. Even if it isn't one of the top guys on the board, even landing a Shane Ray would help us out. Jim, hey Ryan. Well, the first phase of free agency is over. But that doesn't mean the team is finished. I still suspect the team will make an addition or so, but I can't make any promises on which players might be of interest. I'm thinking some one-year deals are still out there. Here's what GM John Robinson said when asked about the potential of more moves. I haven't gotten the update from Vin yet, said Robinson, referring to Titans VP of Football Administration Vin Marino, who handles the contracts. But he hasn't told me to put the phone down or to stop fielding calls yet. Until he says stop, I'm going to keep going. Joshua Klein from Covington, Tennessee. Question, hey Jim. I have been a Titans fan since their move to Tennessee from Houston, and this is my first time writing you. The question is, do the Titans have a scout for the AAF League? I have been watching the games and there appears to be some talented guys shining through. Have you watched, and what are your thoughts about the potential of the league in regards to the Titans roster? Jim, hey Joshua. The pro scouts are definitely keeping an eye on the AAF. I've noticed some talented guys myself. It wouldn't surprise me to see some of those guys resurface in the NFL, maybe even with the Titans. We'll see. Brandon Tatamy from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Question, since we have now signed Adam Humphries, I assume, to run the slot position, where does that put Tajae Sharpe? Jim, hey Brandon. Tajae, like all the other receivers, will be in the competition for a roster spot and playing time. Humphries will line up primarily in the slot, and we all know Corey Davis will be out there. Tajae, Taywan Taylor, Darius Jennings, Cam Batson, Devin Ross, Roger, Luis and others will be battling. But don't rule out more additions at WR. It's early. And every new guy that's added should make things even more interesting in camp. I like Tajae, and coaches do, too. He had some really good moments last year but was slowed by a pair of ankle injuries late. I think Tajae would tell you himself he's going to have to continue to bring it. Peggy Locke from St. Augustine, Florida. Question, what is the status of Delaney Walker? I'm hoping he makes a full recovery. Jim, hi Peggy. Last I talked to Delaney was after OC Arthur Smith was hired, and he was on the road to recovery then. He's expected to make a full recovery. The off-season program starts on April 15th, so we may get a better idea on his current physical condition then. Ernia D. from Nashville, Tennessee. Question, hello Jim, and thanks for keeping the Titan faithful up to date. I'm a season ticket holder from day one. They say that defense wins championships and offense sells tickets. The Titans need to sell more tickets and get better first and foremost. What do we have to do to move up to get DK Metcalf from Ole Miss in the upcoming draft? He would really ignite the flame of the Titans. The passing game could become unstoppable. I know we need a good offensive lineman, but there are always good offensive linemen available, but a receiver like DK Metcalf doesn't come alone that often. If we want to put some behinds in the seats, DK is just what this team needs. I'm just saying, check him out on YouTube. DK Metcalf is the name. As far as winning championships, we need to improve this secondary. Not near enough pass defensives by the DBs. We've been a top 10 defense a number of years. There are only 2 teams going to the SB. If we want to be in that game, we need to be a top 5 defense. Stop giving teams first downs after first downs, thinking we will stop them later. That plan has holes in it. It's like telling the DBs take the first 2 downs off and we'll stop them on third down. Let's make them earn every down. That's my thinking. Go Titans and let's tighten up. Jim, Ernie D from Nashville, Tennessee. Man, that has a nice ring to it. Some Titans fans, like you, think hearing Metcalf's name at 19 would have a nice ring to it, too. He's a physical specimen, and he tore it up at the Combine. Others are obviously skeptical about him because he wasn't incredibly productive at Ole Miss, in part because of injuries. I'm on the fence on Metcalf. I must admit, I like the looks of his teammate at Ole Miss, too, receiver A.J. Brown. Have a great weekend, everyone.